Hi guys. I don't know what's happening here. Hold on. That's interesting. Ugh. Okay. Hang on. Um, Welcome everybody. This is Barb Ryder, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I don't know. I had some music coming up here. I don't. There we are. Hi, Deb. Okay, I think I'm good now. I'm had to check my phone here because all of a sudden I had some music and I'm like, where did that come from? Right? Um, let's see here. Welcome everybody as you're jumping on. Hello and thank you for joining me. Let's see here who I have on the live. Um, that does not show me. There we go. Hi, Carol. All right. Well, I'm thankful that I'm here, and I've made it through a full week of my new job, and it's amazing. I'm so thankful that I have this new job, to be honest with you. Um, but there's so much. You hear me repeating in the background? Oh, I think that's because of my phone. I did turn it down. So I have it turned down now, and I don't think you'll hear that anymore, Linda. So hopefully that's better. So welcome as you guys are joining. I see a few of you are on here. I have some great projects to share with you. I know you're going to love them. And thank you for sharing and liking the video, Carol. All right, let me see here. I want to make sure that I feel like if I miss for whatever reason, then I get back on here and I feel like I'm missing something. They do updates all the time and it's kind of scary sometimes if something looks a little off skew. So if you're joining me on YouTube, thank you so much. I hope that you will give me a thumbs up and that you'll subscribe so that when I am able to upload videos besides the replays on YouTube, that you will get a notification and check those out. How many of you are excited about the fall mini catalog that's coming out? I was not able to check the mail before I came home to get ready for the live. It might be in the mailbox. I know some people in Michigan have gotten them and some people haven't, so I don't have mine to say, hey, here's the copy, the front copy, um, because once we get it, we can't open it up until it goes live. So, anyway, um, with all of that being said, I do have some things coming in a pre-order, and I'll be able to share those with you probably next week. We still are so busy doing things. My mother-in-law is in the assisted living. Hello, Lynn. Glad that you're um, doing okay and that you're going to be able to come home. I know you just need that extra antibiotic, so I know that lots of us are excited about the new products that are coming out in this holiday fall mini. The other thing to share is that we have um, all the great new online exclusives, and several of those are like Christmas bundles and stamp sets and things like that. So, my thought was there's so much that's coming. I probably will share at least one Christmas holiday idea every week with something else as I do my live on Thursdays. Now, I'm still getting used to this new schedule. I'm still having to get some things done so that we can get my mother-in-law's home for sale and lots of things. So with all of that, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, but that's my plan. Hi, Sue. Hi, Margaret. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Let's get started because I have several projects to share and I hope that you will love every one of them. And if you do, make sure that you let me know, hey, I love that idea. I'll ask for your favorite at the end and see what you think. Okay, let's turn down the camera. Another thing to share with you, I'm going to turn down the camera. Project and my face is right there. Now I am a little smaller up here, but I'm still here. One of the things we have going on is this amazing designer series paper sale. All of the designer papers that are currently in the annual catalog, okay, that would be all of these. All of those that are in the annual catalog are on sale, and they are $10.62 instead of $12.50. So I thought that I would share a little bit with some designer paper tonight for our projects, and also some of the online exclusive things. I love to mix and match what we have as online exclusives with our holiday or our annual catalog. And why do I do that? That is so, I need to scroll down here. I am not seeing comments. There we are. Okay. Gee whizzo. Okay, hold on guys. Hang on. I can't, there. Goodness gracious. Thanks for sharing, Taryn and Sue. I appreciate you guys so much. Okay, now let's get back to sharing things that are on the online exclusives and the annual catalog, because online exclusives are while supplies last. Currently, if you go to order something as an online exclusive and you cannot find it, that means it's gone for good. If you go to order something with an online exclusive and it says currently unavailable, it's coming back. It is something they're reordering and it will be back. But one of the challenges is that we don't know when it's just going to be gone off of the items that are on the online exclusive. And I tell you that so that if you like something that you see on the website under online exclusives, do not wait to order it, okay? And so last month's blessing box was exactly were items from the online exclusive. Hey, Tanya, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I haven't seen Tanya's name pop up in quite some time, so I'm glad that you're here. But what I was sharing is that the July blessing box was the holiday Christmas sets, okay? So, but that's still available. They're gorgeous, beautiful. You'll have to go check out my YouTube or the previous videos to see what those cards are. But for now, designer series paper sale going on. If you're a demonstrator, we have pre-order for the mini catalog that's coming out. And so all the fun stuff, right? I hope you guys saw my video of the upcoming blessing box. That the RSVP is August 15th, and we will be featuring one of the stamp sets that I'm going to share a project with, and I am getting ready to get that. Hold on. Okay. Gosh, I have so many things over here. I'm going to switch this up a second. All right. The first card that we're going to do is featuring this awesome stamp set. To be honest, I believe it is an awesome stamp set, and that it really didn't get its due justice, but it is in the annual catalog. It's a $20 stamp set called Cake Fancy. Trying to make sure the light doesn't get in there. And I'm going to show a card that is a little outside the box, and it's a masculine card. Guess what? We need masculine cards all the time. I'm also featuring in this one the Nested Essential Dies. Okay, I need to have that close by because I had to use a few of those. All right, so I told you I wanted to have you talk about some of the designer paper that we have the sale that's going on. And the designer paper I'm using for this card is the Country Lace 12 by 12. In coordination with like the Mega Suite, this is from in the annual catalog, is Country Woods 12 by 12. So we're going to be using both of these packages of paper in the projects tonight. But the first project, I'm going to use the Country Lane 12 by 12. And we are, grab my stuff back here. Oh. we go. Get myself situated. We do need masculine cards. Yes, we do, Tanya. All right, so we're using Cake Fancy. We are using some blues. We're going to be using Blueberry Bushel, Misty Moonlight, and Boho Blue. And I'm going to get this little guy and stick it up here so I can put those on it. And what I've done is I've pre-cut and done some die cutting here. But what we're going to use is I have our card base is basic white 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Blueberry Bushel. I have a piece of the designer paper. Look at that. It looks like denim, but on the other side, look, it can be feminine. It's got the kind of flowery look to it. So that is, I think this is cut down just a sliver less. And you know, I'm not good with the eighths. That's why I have this fantastic ruler. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, my designer paper. This was a piece that I cut off. I can put that on the inside. And then we have 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. We're going to be stamping here, and then 2 of the nested essential dies in the rectangles, white and Blueberry Bushel. So we're going to set those aside. We're going to be stamping on here, and we're going to be using these blues. So let's bring this over here. And I'm just going to, first of all, we have Misty Moonlight and Boho, and I need my cleaner because we're going to use this rectangle and my scrap paper with my piece of white. Now I know that this is kind of funky looking right now. I'm looking at my camera and you can see it there, but it's because of this. And it's going to go off my card just a sliver, so I want to make sure I don't get it on here. So I'm going to start with, actually, I need the Blueberry Bushel. Now, you could make this with any designer paper, any colors. We're going with the blues tonight, okay? All right, we're going to start with Blueberry Bushel. So I'm going to ink this piece up, this stamp rather. And again, this is just that rectangle that's in Cake Fancy. And we are going to, actually I'm going to start from the bottom. That way I can see better. So let's see, I'm going to start right at the edge and I'm going to stamp that down straight across. Okay, that's what I've got first. Now I've got to get my Stampin' Chamois over here. I need to keep it open because we're going to switch out these colors. So next I'm going to go with the Misty Moonlight, ink that up. And we are going to do Misty right next to that one. And look at, I missed that little section there for whatever reason. So I'm going to ink that up again. I don't know okay, I guess I just did not get it dark enough. Okay, I'm going to try, always something when you're live, correct? Okay, let's do that again. I'm going to ink this up. This is Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp that off and then try to overlap this a little bit over, just mostly on that side. Okay, that's pretty good. It doesn't matter. All right, so see how I did the opposite here? And then next we're going to go with our lighter color, which is Boho Blue. So ink that up fully. Stamp that off. Hey, that's pretty juicy. Okay, I'm going to actually ink this up. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp it full strength. Oh, these look pretty good. Okay, you can tell the difference in the colors there. But I want to show you something actually. Can you see the kind of bubbly look right there? That is because my ink pad's too juicy. So we're going to do my trick that I love to do, and that's just basically move some of this ink farther down into the pad so it's not so juicy, causing all those bubbles. And guess what? I think I'm going to turn the paper over and start over. I actually am going to do this with all of these so that it isn't so juicy there. And all I'm doing is scraping off that excess ink off on here. And my blueberry bushel actually was pretty good, so I'm going to leave that. Okay, and then I'm just wiping it and cleaning it off here, putting it in my little tray, and I am good to go. All right, let's clean this off. All right, let's leave that. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, let's start again. So we're going to start with the, this is blueberry bushel, and again, I'm going to go opposite. There is a darker little section there. Beautiful. Now we're going to go with Misty, making sure I have that inked up completely, because last time it was kind of weird. Okay, and then turn it the opposite way. We're going to stamp that down. Okay, and then next we're going with boho blue. Okay, let's see, where's the darker side? Yep, I'm good. All right, and looks like that. Basically, we're kind of making our own designer paper. That's what we're doing here. Okay. So you could make this any color. You can make it multicolor. You could do whatever. Okay, so back to our blueberry bushel, and this way. And I think we'll have room for one more of the Misty. So actually, I'm going to go with the lighter blue. I think I'm going to go ahead and just skip that darker color in the middle there, and I'm going to do the lighter blue as my last one. Okay, and just off the edge there, just like that. All right, let me bring this closer so you can see what this looks like up close. It really is a cool effect. Okay, now I can see I have a little bit of white on that edge, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab up this lighter blue again, and I'm going to just overlap that so that I don't have stark white right there. How's that? Okay, fabulous. So there is that, and then next we are going to stamp birthday wishes on our die cut piece right here. And I am going to find it right here. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use the blueberry bushel because that is the darkest color. I'm going to go ahead and that's going to get stamped right into the center of my die cut. Hello, Jerla. Welcome. Yes, it is interesting. Are you talking about the design of this stamp set? This is, you wouldn't think this, wait till you see the finished card. You won't believe that, okay, that came from that stamp set. You guys know, if you watch me often, you'll see that I love to do this kind of thing. All right, so there's that. Okay, that one I'm done with. Okay, now, I do have the word, I don't know why I didn't put the other ones on here. I need to grab up some of these other words. I want enjoy and cake. Let's see, that says cake. Here's enjoy. Let me grab another block. So if you're just joining me, I see a few of you. Thanks for joining. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, enjoy cake and your special day. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the word enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into the misty moonlight. I'm just going to take one of the dark. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to go into the dark and I'm going to do enjoy in the lighter block. Okay, clean that off. And then the word your special day. Let's see. Let's get this blueberry bushel. Okay. I'm trying to decide where I want this to go. Enjoy your special day, your special day. I think we're going to go right there. Okay, so what I've done is I've stamped some words in the lighter colors of the blocks that we have already stamped. I'm not sure what I want to do next. I do know this. Let's go ahead and put this together and see where we want to place these pieces right here. Okay, put this here. Again, this is one of the designer papers that is on sale through the month of August, by the way. I don't know if you guys realize that's for the whole, through the end of August, the designer series paper sale. But if there is one that you really like, I would go ahead and grab it up just so you don't miss out. All right, so I'm just going to layer this, and this is 1/8 of an inch smaller than my layer, which is blueberry bushel. Gracious, I can't say that. It's a tongue twister. There we go. Okay, so there is that layer. This layer is going to go right on top of the front of my card base, and that is, again, the basic white, just like this. All right. This piece is kind of our special made designer paper, is what I would say. Now look at this. This looks so awesome on here. So we're going to go ahead and let's see, we're going to do that. Now, this piece, I think I'm going to put like right here, and then we're going to do this, which gives you an amazing layout, I guess, just that you could use with regular designer paper. You could use it with different colored cardstock, all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so I'm going to overlap that kind of right there. And then we are going to go ahead and pop this up, and since I am done with the ink, I'm going to close it so I don't have an accident here. Thank you. The blues really are pretty in person. They look fabulous. All right, so there's that. Okay, trying to make sure I don't have blue all over me. Let's grab some dimensionals here. And I've just got the edges pre-cut so I can use all of the dimensionals. So this is our first card, and I plan to do 3, so I'm hoping I can get through them pretty quickly. All right, so there's that. Now, since this is a masculine card, I'm not doing bling. What do you think? Okay. And then you could put, you could just stamp cake, the word cake, time for, all these fun things. Enjoy, birthday wishes, and you could put time for here, whatever you want. I just thought that this was an interesting design. And it just gives you a different idea. Who would have thought this card came from this stamp set, right? So that this stamp set is what I'm featuring in my blessing box. However, the cards are I mean, they're all different. They're different colors. They're more pastel. So go watch the video that I have on YouTube for my blessing box for August and check that out. You can also RSVP by the link that's in the description, whether it's on YouTube or here on Facebook. All right, so there's card number 1. So let's move these things. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. We'll come over here. We'll get those over here out of the way. All right. Next, we have another masculine card, and it's featuring some more of the designer papers in the Country Suite. We're going to be using Simply Said, which is a great stamp set for all occasions, especially if you are a new stamper, or if you've been stamping for 24 years like me, right? Thank you, Peggy. Thank you guys so much. I also pre-embossed using our wood grain folder on one of the pieces. I have used the, these are the deckled circle dies, and I have used 2 of these dies, the 2 of the smaller ones here. And I've already pre-done that. That way I don't have to take the time and run it through the embossing machine and that. And then we are going to use some more kind of neutral colors. Let me grab up the pieces that we need here. Okay. This is also going to be a birthday card. We're using basic gray. We're using basic beige. And we have a piece of designer paper from the country. I got all this stuff over here. This one is from the Country Woods 12 by 12. You have this dark wood grain on one side, kind of a paneling type of look on the other for this particular paper. And it coordinates with the basic beige and the basic gray. So here is my circle. Here I have, I don't know, can you see there? You can see the wood grain and the decal circle. So what I did is you have a piece of, this would be 4 by 3 7/8, but you can do 4 by 4 and then do your basic gray as your layer just a little bit larger. I had this already cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and so I just slivered this down a little bit. I don't usually work in the 8ths all the time. It just happened to be that way for this particular card. This one is a pretty simple card. It's just a really cool techniques with this. We're going to be stamping on this circle, and the layout of my card, I guess I should tell you, the layout is going to go like this. We are going to do this in a horizontal style, and what's going to happen is this is going to go just like that. So I'm going to take this circle, lay it over top of my white one so I know where to stamp my birthday wishes. Birthday wishes is what we're going to use in basic gray. Hi, June. Hi, Shar. All right, this is going to get stamped. Let me get this inked up. There we go. I'm going to stamp this in the basic right in the center. Okay. Just gives me an idea of the opening of the hole for the circle. Then, without inking up again, I've still got some ink on there. I'm just going to kind of stamp these words to kind of, whoops, I didn't get the whole thing, did I? There we go. Kind of in the lighter colors here. There we go. All right, let's see if you can see that. Can you see how, there you go, and that, there, you can see how I've got some of the words kind of going off the page, but birthday wishes is the center focal point that we have. That's what we want. On the inside of the card, I'm going to go ahead, since this is basic beige, it really shows up well when you stamp on it. It's one of the new neutral colors. So let me clean that. I just dropped some pieces I'll grab in a second. Since this is going to go horizontal, I'm going to ink up Happy Birthday. That's also in the same stamp set, which is called Simply Said. It's in the annual catalog. On the inside of my card, I'm just going to do Happy Birthday right in the center. Okay, that way it gives me plenty of room to write my sentiment, personalized sentiment, or just sign my name. All right, so there's that. We're done with the stamping. Close the ink so we don't make a mess. And let me grab my pieces I dropped on the floor here. Okay. All right. Get up in my chair here. Let's put our layers together. So, with this one, okay, let's do this first. All right, I want to do this again so I know what I'm doing here. There we go. Nope, it's got to go this way, Barb. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. All right, and then I want this over here. So the reason I did that is I want to make sure that my birthday is on here the correct way. So let's get this. And I'll tell you, I'm going to be using my basic Scotch tape. I love using that in my projects. That's in my basic stamper kit. One of the things in my basic stamper kit. All right, let's get this. It's barely bigger, barely. Okay, so tape that down and then tape that down. And now this is actually going to get adhesive onto here. But first I'm going to put this piece on. where is my, here it is. You guys ever do that? You're stamping and you're like, where is that? I know I had just had it. But you can't find it. It's right in front of you, right? Okay, so there's this horizontal. We want this over here. So because I know that I cut this just 1/8 of an inch bigger, I'm going to make sure I only have that little sliver around the outside edge. Then this piece is actually going to go right here. And so just like this. Come on, there we go. All right, just going to come over to the, oh, wait, before I do that, did you see that I have this gray piece here? We're going to add this for some extra design on our card. So how many of you have lots of little slivers left when you cut down your 4 by 5 1/4? Well, here's one way to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to, look at the paper came off, the sticky came off on my finger. Where's my mat? Here it is. I'm going to grab my silicone mat because I have sticky and I'm not exactly sure. I don't want it to get on my, stick on the paper. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm laying my basic beige onto my gray just like that. Okay, see what I've done? All right, see, I keep sticking. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim this straight down, and I'm going to trim this straight down or straight up. I'm going straight up because I'm coming from the bottom up. And look, now I have this extra piece design on my embossed piece. Now, if you're going to remake this card, a tip is you want to cut your circle first, then run it through the die, because if you don't, you're going to squish back down flat what you've already done through the die cut, or through the emboss folder. So do your die cutting, then your emboss folder, and you will not have, you'll still have your great design. Okay, so let's put this down right like this. Oh, I see I have a, not quite, still have a little bit of gray showing. I don't want that showing. All right, here we go. I hope this is a fun layout that you guys have not really seen before. Okay, so there we are. All right, look at this. It's so amazing. All right, let's put this on the card so you can see what it really, the full effect of the card. So this is one of the designs that we did at my first Monday stamping, except we did it vertical, and I'll show you that in just a second. All right, so here is the card. Let's see if this light, there. Can you see that? And then see the texture? One last thing to finish this off, and it still looks masculine, you guys, is we are going to use the basic gray and smoky slate pearls. And you could use, there's the lighter and the darker. You could use whichever you prefer. I think I'm just gonna, I have the lighter ones here, since the other one is darker. So I'm gonna use the lighter ones. Thank you. Thanks, Diana. I'm glad you like it. You could do all kinds of things. You could do your pearls right up here. And again, they're, because of the color, they still look masculine. It does not look like, oh my gosh, there's pearls on the die card, right? I think on this one, I'm going to use, let's do this. Let's go with I'm going to go with a smaller one there. I'm going to put, oh, that one just popped right off. Let's take that one since it like came off. We're going to put that one like right there in the middle. And then we're going to go with one more small one right here. Okay? So there you go. What you think, guys? It seems like the light is just kind of skewing the way this looks. There, I think you can see it okay. So there is horizontal here is vertical. Okay, so look at that. I think that's a pretty cool idea, giving you that little extra there. But see there, that's the same card. This one's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. There you go, 2 ideas. 2 ideas. All right, let's go with that last card, and it is a Christmas card. Oh, wait, let me see. Yes, it's a Christmas card. I also have a fun fold. I'm just wondering. I know you guys want to see the fun fold, right? Tell me, you want to see the fun fold or the Christmas card? And I'm going to watch for your, while I'm putting this here, I'm going to watch for your comments. You want to see the fun fold or the Christmas card? While I'm cleaning up my space, I'm waiting for your comments. Oh, I didn't put this back in here. All right, where Christmas card or fun fold? I don't know if I'll have time for both. Both? I know. Christmas, surprise us, fun fold. All right, you guys are, I think we're a little bit fun fold, 2 fun folds. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's go with the fun fold, okay? Let's go with the fun fold. I know you guys love those, and so yeah, let's do that. So here's the dealio. This fun fold was the card that I wanted to do a few weeks back, okay? So you're going to love it. I know you're going to love it. I'm going to pull all these pieces out. We are going to, there's several cutting, what do I want to say? Sizes for cutting. We are going to use one of the online exclusive papers. However, oh wait, I don't know. Yeah, this is a specialty paper on online exclusive, I believe. No, it's not. Hang on. I should have looked it up. I didn't pull it out. It's not here. Oh, let's see, Barb. Here it is, right here. Page 47, number 4. This is the Thoughtful Design Specialty Paper right here. Okay, this is what we're using. We are also going to be using the Flowers of Beauty, oh no, the dies. Yeah, right here, the dies. Sorry, guys. I have, we're going to use the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set. We're going to, and punch, and I've also used the Flowers of Beauty dies for this, this card. So let me put this over here out of the way. All right. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate you sharing. Okay, so this is just an extra. I don't know. I might use that. I might use that. Okay, so I am using Petal Pink. This particular piece of paper in that specialty, I think it's supposed to be Calypso Coral. It really kind of almost looks like Flirty Flamingo. So that is the color I'm using for the ink for our sentiment that I'm using. I've done some die cut, the 2 die cuts from the beauty set, the Flowers of Beauty. I've done these 2 pieces, pre-cut those for us. But we're going to set this aside. Let's go ahead and do our stamping first. I have our hexagon punch that coordinates with our stamp set, and then the words. So let's grab the ink. And like I said, we're going to use Flirty Flamingo. I do need to use my mat because I'm using the photopolymer stamps, so I want them to come out well, and you want to have some type of a pad under you when you use the polymer stamps to get the best result. So all I'm doing, I inked up the little hexagon dots, and I'm just going to stamp those right there, just straight up and down when you use this tiny dot, because if you move it a little bit, you can definitely get some like shadowy parts of the on there. And then I'm gonna stamp this right in the center I did it upside down, but it says, I hope your day is filled with joy. So there's our stamping. You could definitely use more stamping, but you'll see once I create this, put this card together here, why we just have this small piece. So I'm going to clean that and clean that so I know I've got these clean out of the way. Okay, punch. Let's go ahead and punch this out. I do like to use my punch always upside down so I can center it and make sure that I have even edges all the way around. Kind of like when you're using a die cut, you're just using a punch. You want to make sure you got it in there where you have everything even all the way around. So there's that. I got a little off, but it'll be all right. Put that out of the way. Okay, so you definitely need your cutter for this design. Okay, if you're gonna make this card, you do need this design, your trimmer is what I want to say. And I'll tell you that piece in a second. Let me just get myself together here, guys. Cutter is where? Where did I put the cutter? Hang on. Behind me. Okay. Let's get my trimmer here. Shove those pieces up. We're going to use those in a minute. All right, this piece that you start with is 8 inches by 5.5. Alrighty, and so let me see. Turn it this way, Barb. Okay. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to score from the left. We're going to score 2 inches. Okay. Going to put this in at 2 inches. Score from top to bottom. Make sure you got your scoring tool, not your cutter. Move that out of the way, Barb. All right. So 2 inches. Now I'm going to take this and just shove it over. I need to go to 6 inches. So I'm lining that up on the 6 inch over here. And then this is 1 full score. Okay? The next thing we're going to do, excuse me, is we're going to take this and it's going to get turned this way. And you are going to, on my trimmer, I can go over 1.5 inches. So I'm going to measure onto the side here, and I need to go over to 1 1/4 and line that up. And I'm only scoring, I may have to stand up. I think I've got to stand up to do this so I can see better. I'm taking my scoring and I'm going up to where my score line is here and to here. So that's all you're doing. You are going to, hang on a second. Actually, I need to cut. I'm looking at my diagram because it's been a while since I did the card. Okay, 2, 6, okay, and then turn that way. Okay, yes. You need to cut this time, okay? So, this needs to be cut. So if you're doing this at some point and you scored first, then just go back and cut right over the same line. So basically what we're doing is we're measuring over to 1 1/4. Okay, so that I have 1 1/4 on the right. I'm going to put my cutting lines. There's 2 little lines on my cutter here. I'm going to lay that down right there on my score, and I'm going to slice up to my score line up there and stop. All right. Now I'm going to open this up. I'm going to turn this completely to the other side so that I have this at 1 1/4 on the right. So that's 1 1/4 right here. I'm going to lay this down, and again, you're going to cut from this score line to this score line. Okay, so that's what you have so far. Can you see that? Score, score, cut, cut. Now we're going to do some scoring. So what we're going to do is, let's see here. I need to 4 inches from the edge. Okay, so I'm going to take my cardstock, the longer side. I'm going to put it on the 4 inch over here, and I'm going to do scoring again. So you have to do the cut in between before you can finish doing all the scoring, if that makes sense. This is the easiest way to do this card. And what you're going to do is you need to score from the cut line down to the bottom, and lift it up, and then same thing here, cut line to the edge. Okay, so you've got scoring kind of right in the middle of where you cut right here. There's that. The next thing we do is we need 2 more scores, and then we're going to be done with this part of the whole fun fold. You will need to measure over 3 inches from the edge. So there is my 3. Okay. And when you lay this down, you want to score. And you only want to score from the cut line to the cut line. So I'm using my little lines that are on the side of my scoring tool to line that up right there. And I'm going to score down to my next cut line. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn this over, and I need to go from this side, I need to go in 3 inches. So I'm going to put that on the 3 inch. And again, cut line to cut line is where I'm scoring. It really looks pretty funky, but this is how it works. Okay, let me see if I can get this up here where you can see the scores. I don't know. I'm looking at my camera. Anyway, you've got scoring. You got scoring between the cut, scoring in the middles on the outside, scoring between the cut, and then your long cut here, or score, excuse me. So that is what we need. So now we're going to fold it and put our designer paper on here. Okay. This one probably should have been a video all by itself, you guys. Laid up with a rotator cuff surgery. Oh, that's right, Sue. I hope it's going all right. You can go back and watch the replay. We did do 2 cards already. So, okay, so now what we need to do is we need to score these pieces right here in the center, okay? And then these pieces will be kind of scored toward you. So these are what we call mountains and mountain and mountain. And then this is going to be valley and valley, I think. Yes, okay. Maybe not. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. I got it right. So, see that? Okay. That's what you want to do. So, let's go ahead. Where's my bone folder? Because you do want these scored pretty well. So let's go ahead. Score that. Let's fold this in. Okay. Now this is kind of funky. So what you want to do is if you do these where they go up, just score those little guys right by themselves, if that makes any sense. And then see this piece you can actually fold right over. If it gives you a little bit of a hump, just use your bone folder and then make it work. You know what I'm saying? Just push it right down. Looks like I might have been off just a sliver. All right, now I'm going to open this up. I'm going to do this side. Okay. All right. So basically what we have is that's our fun fold right there. That is the fun fold. I don't know what it's called. I will tell you that I watched Onigo Stamping and did the fold. So now we're ready to put all these pieces together. So let me grab my silicone mat. And this little guy, our sentiment, is actually going to go right here on this piece. So let me attach that. And it is flat. I did not use dimensionals on this. And this is going to fit right here beautifully. Okay, just like that. See, this can go both ways. Flip flop. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put our designer pieces on. You can use any designer paper. I will tell you that this paper is a little tricky if you're looking to get it more, what do I want to say, kind of go from ombre the way that the paper is, because the paper is ombre. It's really interesting. Tanya says the flat rectangle piece looks like a picnic table. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that does. It's funny what we see when we're looking at things. All right, so what we have here is, let me tell you, okay? So I have, get all my pieces out. Oh, I see, okay. So I have two of each. So this piece is 7/8 of an inch by 2 7/8 of an inch. So two of those. I have two pieces that are 1 7/8 and 1 1/8. Two of those. Actually, four. You'll need a total of four of these. And then I have two of this size, which is 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. So I'm just going to start putting the pieces together, and yeah, I'm not a big eighth person, eighth or 16ths, but in order for this to look beautiful, how it will when we're done, you have to do the 7/8 inch, okay? So let's go right there, and that fits just like beautifully. Okay, so there's that one. And then I have these two, and they are going to fit into the squares at the bottom here, just like that. Okay. And get that in here. Whoops, I don't have it quite the same. You want to make sure that they're going across the same level, I guess is what I want to say. There we go. So it looks like one straight across piece and one straight across instead of shifted a little bit. And then you have this long piece will go on one side or the other. And then you have the same exact thing for the remainder. Okay, so let's just put those down. One on this side of the long piece. The hardest part is getting those cuts and scores, right? Wouldn't you guys say that that's the hardest part when we're learning these fun folds? Is how they, some of them are tricky. And that goes right inside that scored block. And I chose these papers just because they were amazing with their design. And it's non-directional. That's another thing that makes it easy when you are creating this project, all these different pieces, having it non-directional. Otherwise, you would need to keep all your directions where you can understand how they are supposed to go so that you get it where it goes across the page. Or, use something like gingham or something to that effect. You can make this into a Christmas card. I just had this one cut. Like I said, this was my design that I had to cancel a couple weeks ago. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? This paper is so gorgeous if you guys have not seen this paper in person. So the next thing we're going to do are these die cuts. We are going to put these onto our pieces here. And I am just putting some adhesive in the larger spots of this detailed die, just like that. Now, if you're a liquid glue kind of person, that would work perfect. Okay, so let's take this and sticky, and I'm going to put this at the bottom so that it fits right in this little section there. Okay, and then let's do the same for this one. And again, I'm just finding little spots that have a little extra space that I can put this. And take that. And I'm gonna got some right there. Okay. Let's put this down right there. So pretty. Okay. So there's what we have. Isn't that pretty? All right, we're almost done. And the last thing we're going to do we're going to use these really pretty little, these are dragonflies and birds. This is one of the online exclusives. And you have two different style of birds here, here and here, and then the little dragonflies. Now, I had this butterfly in here because I thought maybe I'll incorporate some white like I have here. I thought about putting that butterfly here, but it just did not seem like it worked with the rest of it. And that's why I decided to go with these little gold birds. And so let's go ahead and put some of those on. I thought I had my pick tool here somewhere. I don't know what I did with my pick tool. I probably put it in the, I did. I put it in the container behind me. Here we are. All right, let's put these birds on here. Let's see. Let's get these guys. We'll do a couple of those, like flying here. And how about right there? Then let's take this one and put one over here. Now, these are flat, so they're awesome. I don't know if you guys have used these before, but these flat birds are awesome. Flat embellishments, I guess. Adhesive back dragonflies and birds. Okay, now, where would you do your your signature or anything like that? You could put white on the back where you could write things on the back side here, or not. Now, how does this fold? Let me show you. Isn't it pretty? The colors are so pretty in person. It's hard to tell. I really think it's hard to tell on my camera here. I'm looking at what's coming through for you guys, and it seems like it's harder to see. But this this folds and goes into a regular envelope. See that? You just fold it down and fold that down, and there you are. This fits. This is 4 1/4 by 5, and it fits right inside an envelope. But there is your fun fold. Do you guys like that? It's kind of different for sure. Here's the original that I did. This one doesn't have a whole lot. It has a little more ombre that's kind of pinkish kind of right there. You can see the hue different, the little bit different hue in the color. But yeah, and this has a little bit more pink in it than the orangey. It's hard to tell with the ombre when you cut it like this, the differences in the colors. It is a different fun fold, that's for sure. Thank you guys. I'm glad that you liked it. All right. It is 7:59, and if you guys would like, if you want to hang out with me for another minute, I already cleaned those. I'm trying to decide, this card won't take very long. I'll share the Christmas card with you. And if you have to come back and watch some of the replay, then come back and do that. But I think that you'll like it. This was one of the cards that was in the blessing box for last month. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, I see what's going on. I have to clean my space, or I just can't do it. It's hard enough trying to find things when you know your space. All right, let's do this and get this out of the way. Oh, remember I said I cut this piece to go inside my masculine card? I'll do that after we're off the air. How's that? But I do want to use that. Okay, so we need this. That one is done. Hopefully I'll be able to find the cards that I did at the end here. And, all right. Let me switch out and get my Christmas card stuff. Now, I love when there are, what do you want to say, cards that use non-traditional colors for Christmas, but there's something about just red and green that makes it Christmassy, right? Did you guys grow up in that era that it was red and green? Red and green were my Christmas colors, right? By the way, if you will look right up there, that is my current host code. So if you're interested in purchasing anything, I would appreciate you ordering with me. If you're a demonstrator, of course, order from yourself. I'm happy that you're here with us. And if you have a demonstrator that you're loyal to, of course, I would expect you to be loyal to them. So I hope that these are some things that you will love and that you will think about purchasing. All right, we are using traditional red, basic red, real red, and old olive. Those are the two inks I'm using. I've got them up here out of the way a little bit. And then we are using two online exclusives, Golden Greenery and Greetings of the Season. Now, I did not bring the tag dies over here, but the tags, let me go grab those. I want to show them to you. If you haven't seen them online, hopefully you have. But they're called Greetings of the Season dies, and this is what they look like. They're awesome. They're great size. They do have the little hole for a tag. However, I will show you that you can hide that tag hole very easily, and no one knows that it was a tag. Okay, I've got my colors here. So we're going to use the basic vanilla, and now this paper is not on sale. It's a specialty paper that is an online exclusive, and it coordinates with this whole set. I think it's called Golden Greenery specialty paper, and it's specialty because it's got the gold. It's beautiful with this gold, and then you've got different matte designs on the back. See, this is the matte design, and then this side has the gold bells and some greenery, but we're using that. This is a die that I have cut out of the Golden Greenery. So you have these dies right here. These are kind of standalone dies, and then these go with the stamps, but these are standalone, and so I use this one right here. This is also kind of a fun fold. Gosh, I just forgot about it. All right, so I need my cutter out for this one, but this is super easy, you guys. So this one, you're going to score this at 4 1/4, so it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then once you do that, you're going to take your paper and you're going to measure over 1 1/8. Now, if you aren't sure where 1/8 is, it's the second little line from the 1. So I'm just going to go this way because it makes it easier. So there's one, not the second line, I'm sorry. It is the first line, right? Wait a minute, Barb. Yes, yeah, the second line is 1 1/4. So 1 1/8 is the first line past 1. Golly. All right, so I'm laying that down. I need my cutter, and I'm going to cut right up to the score. Okay? And then I'm going to just go over here, measure 1 1/8 right there, and line up with the score and cut that way. So here's what you have. You have these crazy flaps. That's all there is to it. That's all I need with the trimmer. Okay. We're going to take the silicone mat and we're going to glue these down. We're going to glue these right down onto the paper. So this is just like that. Just glue it down. You're going to cut it. The reason you're going to cut it is because your inside, your little flap in the middle makes it really awesome. This is kind of the fun fold. Okay, so glue that down. So here is your card, and there is your opening. Okay, if that makes any sense. All right, now this piece is going to fit right here. This I'm using the little diamonds that are gold. It's a 3 by 4, and that's just going to go right in the middle. This is a super easy, different type of fold card. That's going to go right here in the center. Okay, these stripes or gingham, they are going to go right in this side area, just like that. I feel like it's tedious. All right. And I'm just lining it up so that I am matching up the top with the bottom here. Okay, there we go. All right. See what you have? All right, so on the inside, not really sure why I got the old olive out. I think I just got the old olive because I was using the ribbon and the paper. We're not going to use old olive. We're just going to use the red. I have the die. This is the oval that's in that tag set. And I'm going to use Love and Joy from the Greetings of the Season. So this is Love and Joy. And I am going to stamp that over here to the right a little bit. Just like that. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp To You and Yours. And I'm going to use the red. And this is also out of the Greetings of the Season. Love and joy to you and yours. Just like that. Oh, I know why. I know why I have the green. It just came to me. I was going to use one of the pieces, one of the stamps, and I just didn't have it on a block. That's why I have it. So let's see here. Let's use these guys, this sprig, and let me get the bigger stamps that I need here. Just grabbing some out of my stash. My blocks. There we go. All right, so these can be done in two-step. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use Old Olive. And the first thing I'm going to do is full strength. We're going to do full strength in the skinnier piece of this stamp. And let's see here. How can I do that? Let's kind of go this way. I'm going to stamp that. I should have a pad under me, but all right. So there is the darkest of the Old Olive. Let's grab that pad here. And I'm going to ink up the more solid piece. Okay, and then I'm going to, I think this works. Yes. And then I'm going to stamp it off because I don't want it full strength. I want it lighter. And I'm going to stamp right over top of what I just stamped. Gives you that, let's see, there we go. I'll bring this up close so you can see. Oh, I like it. Can you see the hue behind? Let me see here. Oh, there you go. See how you've got that little bit of lighter behind? It's really nice. Awesome. Okay, and then there are some little teeny berries in here, so we can put some berries with our little holly. Hi, Charlene. How are you? You'll have to go back and watch the replay. I did several cards tonight. I gave you guys a full over an hour. We're almost done, though. We're going to stamp some red berries. And let me grab the solid. I'm just going to do the solid. There are two. This is also a two-step if you wanted to, but I'm just going to do the solid berries instead of two different colors, but you could do the same exact thing. This would be the solid berries, and let's see, let's just stamp some like that. I probably shouldn't have done them up there, but that's okay. There we go. We'll just leave them like that. Okay, we are done stamping. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to use some of this ribbon that's an online exclusive. Again, these are things that you need to get them while they're there. This ribbon came out a while ago, and this is our dotted ribbon. It's called Real Red and Gold Rouge Ribbon. So this is what it looks like with the little polka dots. And here's the back side. You could even use the back side. It's kind of cool. But what we're going to do is we're not going to make a big bow. I'm just going to take a piece of this and I'm going to cut it in half actually. So I need about this much, just like that. And I'm just going to cut this right down the middle because I want this to be a skinny piece. It's going to be on the front of our card. It's going to cover up that hole with our tag that goes on the front of our card. And actually, I did make a bow with it on my other card, but we're just going to go with a knot on this one. All right, let me see. So I'm going to try to strategically, yeah, I did it. Okay, make this knot so that my polka dots are showing. All the polka dots are showing and not the back side. So we can actually, there we go. All right, let me cut this down. So cut that, and then if you have strings, when you cut this in half, if you have strings, just trim them off, and then it's going to be just fine, and it looks great. Okay, there's that. Whoop, there's one more. All right, let's put this together. I'm going to pop up my sentiment. Okay, and well, I'll wait to put that on. Let's put this on next. This was die cut out of Old Olive. Hi, Bobby. I did a whole lot of stamping tonight, so go back and watch the replay. I got some cool stuff going on. Different ways to use some paper and stamp sets and all kinds of fun things. All right, so I have this little guy. Let's go ahead, and that's going to come kind of down here towards the bottom. Okay, and then let's put our tag on here. Tag will go kind of like that. And then let's use some mini glue dots and put our little piece here. Okay, I got twisted again. I need circles showing. There we are. Okay. Mini glue dots are the best for when you're putting on material onto your paper. What do I want to say? All right, I'm going to show you this one. I might try and change this out into a bow, but I was thinking I had cut it in half and I did not do a big bow. I probably should do a big bow. Anyway, so here is what we did this evening. Okay, here is the one that I did for the class, and I did do a bow. See that? But I did not stamp on the inside. So there it is with the bow. Here it is with a knot. Alrighty. So that's your Christmas card for tonight. I'm brilliant? Oh goodness, Linda. No, I just try to think outside the box sometimes. So there we are, all of these cards for tonight. Let me see if I can grab them all in here. We did the fun fold. It is 8:14, so we went a little long, but that's because I wasn't here last week, so I made up for it. How's that, you guys? Let's get some of this out of the way so you can see all the cards together. And there's that. Here's our fun fold. Here is our masculine. Doing it both ways. And last but not least, our Cake Fancy card as a masculine card. Okay, there you go. See if I can get these out of the way there. There we go. I know that my little design of Barbie's Blessings is in the background. It's a little harder to see, but I'll take pictures and I'll post them like I always do. But thank you guys for being with me. I hope that you enjoyed all the differences in the cards tonight. And yes, thank you, Shar. I appreciate that. Thank you, Diana, and Sue. Everybody, you're always so kind, and I love it. Oh, you like my hair? Thank you. I will tell you that it makes me feel like I'm in back in the day. I'm going to go to my face so I can give you a proper goodbye. I just didn't curl it. It's just my hair is so straight and I just didn't curl it today. So there you go. It's hard to pick a favorite. Anybody else have one you love them? Think you like the blue one? I know this is out of the box, the blue one. That let me see if they show up better here. There we go. You might be able to see the colors a little better this way. And then here is this one. I don't know. There you can definitely see the embossing better. And then here is this one. And then the fun fold. And this does fit in the envelope, you guys. Isn't that fun? It's so pretty in person. This specialty paper, look at that. See that shimmer and shine? It's awesome. Well, thank you again for being with me. I appreciate that, Sue. I am thankful for each and every one of you. You guys truly are a blessing to me. I'm thankful that you still show up to see, even though I've had to cancel off and on. Hopefully life will change. I mean, life does change. It changes all the time. Hopefully I'll be able to be more consistent and not have to cancel when I'm exhausted or emergencies happen. That's just life. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a great rest of your night and have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.